Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So today we are making a beautiful meatloaf, but we are not using beef. We're going to use ground turkey today. So some of you have already had ground turkey in your meatloaf, so you already know. But for those who don't, if you want a lighter version of a meatloaf, ground turkey is a great option. So as you can see, we have some onion powder, garlic powder, a pea season. I got some thyme, some onions and peppers chopped up, parsley. I have some crackers. I have me 1 egg, some celery salt, a tomato sauce that is flavorful meatloaf. I'm using a 3-pound pack of turkey today. And I'm also going to use some mustard and ketchup. So I ended up using 1 3/4 of this package of meat. And this is a 3-pound package again. But the main thing I will say when it comes to prepping your meat is letting it come up to room temperature before you processing it, especially for meatloaf. It'll become more moldable and you will be able to mix it quicker. Now, these onions and peppers, they were pre-chopped and I freeze them as I go. This is a great tip, y'all. You know you can buy the onions and peppers in the store, but you can also freeze them as well. So chop up a whole bunch of onions and peppers and put them in the freezer. And we're going to go in with our dry seasonings now. You can use this at your discretion. My main thing I really want to stress here is that you need to watch your salt content. When it comes to any type of meat, or any type of food you're cooking, watching salt is the #1 thing. A lot of the seasonings have salt in it. These crackers that I'm about to use, they have salt in it. Sometimes your butter has salt in it. I mean, things you wouldn't even think of will have salt in it. So that's the #1 thing. I added in my dry seasonings, and then I went in with my fresh seasonings as well. I used thyme and parsley, and I also added in some fresh chopped garlic. I didn't have that on camera, but I did use some chopped garlic as well. And I'm going in with some club crackers that I just crushed up with my hand, because that's what I seen my grandma do and my mama do. I'm just crushing it up in my hand, y'all. And here I'm actually adding my thyme in. So that must have been my parsley that I added before, and I'm adding in my thyme now. And I'm going to go in with my egg. But again, the #1 thing you want to watch is your salt content, especially when it comes to meatloaf. And another thing that I'm learning as I cook, if you're salting your stuff, if you let it sit for a while, it becomes saltier. So that's just something to keep in mind. When you taste test something, yeah, the salt levels might be okay, but it will get intensified as it sits. So keep that in mind. So that meatloaf seasoning that I showed y'all earlier, y'all, it's a tomato-based sauce that a brand makes in the grocery store. And it's a wonderful addition to your meatloaf. You do not need a lot, though, so just a little bit, as you've seen me do, because you do not want to add too many ingredients to your meatloaf. It won't cook properly. It will never set. It'll be too mushy. So what I did was I took a little small baking dish and I lined it with some foil paper. And I sprayed it with some nonstick spray. And I'm going to just take my meatloaf out and I'm going to mold it into like a little oblong shape. And this is just a classic traditional way that I've grew up, you know, seeing it done and eating it. But you also can try little small mini meatloaves, and they freeze very well. You can do, I've seen people do muffin pan meatloaves, especially for like little hands and your kids who want like little stuff. Perfect for them. So I baked it at 375 for 45 minutes, and I'm going to take it out and just drain off that additional liquid. It's not needed, and I'm going to put it back in the oven with some more of that sauce and just let it broil for a little bit. And total cook time was, I would say, 60 minutes, so a total hour. But you know your oven may be a little bit different. Let it sit once it comes out. You do not want to cut it immediately after it comes out. I hope you guys enjoyed. This meatloaf was amazing. I ended up serving it with some baked beans and macaroni and cheese, and it was so good. And I hope this encouraged you to get in the kitchen and cook. Don't be intimidated, y'all. Make sure to hit the notification bell to be alerted about new videos. And if you're liking the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.